Is life just a bunch of problems with solutions? Or is life more than that? How many people love to complain? Whatever you dwell on, is that what you love? If you dwell on your problem, you really embrace and love your problem so much that you can't get it out of your mind. Whatever it is that you're obsessed with, that you're putting all of your energy into, keep in mind that most of the time you're actively choosing to be thinking about that. What happens when all of your problems in life are solved? What does that look like? You cannot be alive if your problems are all the way solved. So the question is, do you embrace and love life, or do you see it as a burden? If all of your problems are solved, you're definitely dead. So how many people want all of their problems solved? That should give you insight about where you are right now. If you're still here in this life, it means that you don't want to be dead, which means you don't want all your problems to be solved. That's what it means. If you see your life as a series of problems to be solved, you will have a very stressful and painful life, but you will enjoy every minute of it. It's just you will enjoy it subconsciously. Instead of enjoying it consciously and actually appreciating what you have, you will enjoy it subconsciously because all in all, you enjoy complaining. You enjoy complaining so much that you've convinced yourself that you want all your problems solved and you complain about them. Sometimes kids are a little wiser than you are. Sometimes kids have it together more than adults do. They know the difference between when they're imitating and when they're being authentic, and adults have imitated for so long that they forget who they really are. This is play, guys and gals. This is play. And sometimes we get so caught up in our lives, we forget with all the drama, or no drama, that we forget that part of life is not just suffering, pain, and all of that crap and problems. But part of it is your playground. This is like a playground. This is a place where we're supposed to have fun. And we all have our own burdens. We have illnesses, we have all that crap, we have pain, we got headaches. But life is a gift, guys. If you turned on a video game and there was no problems to be solved, what you do ultimately is create problems to solve in the video game. And let me tell you, that's the same as real life. In real life, if you don't have any problems, you make stuff up and you make problems out of nothing. For instance, when you go to see Star Wars in theaters, is there a drama in the movie?
Yes.
Are there problems?
Yes.
Do people who have like real problems in real life, do they go to the movie and go, I don't want to see this movie because I'm trying to avoid my problems. There's too much drama in this movie. Is that what they do? What they actually do is they go to the movie and they forget about their lives for a second and escape in the drama of the movie. That's what they do. All right. Do you have problems today? Things to do is not necessarily a problem. To be in debt to something is equivalent to being attached to something. If you have a family and you have kids, you feel a debt. What debt isn't is somebody else telling you that you owe them. That's not debt. Because ultimately speaking, only indebted to whatever you feel like you're indebted to. You're only in debt to what you're attached to. This is what the Buddha taught. This was taught in the Bible as well. So just keep that in mind. Let's say you owe a lot of money on something that you purchased in the past. The reason why you feel obligated to pay that debt is because you feel a genuine debt to society and you feel like there's a morality to paying that off. We are all heavily in debt to watching YouTube. That is what debt is, guys. It's whatever it is you feel obligated to pay off. It's ongoing. You're attached to this idea that you have to have electricity, so you're in debt to the electric company. How many people want their money problems solved? All of their money problems solved. I'm going to tell everybody how to solve all of your money problems, and it's true. It's 100% true. It's what the Bible teaches. It's what the Buddha teaches. It's what ancient Greece they taught us. What is currency, guys? Currency, the only thing that you have that you can prove that you have is your conscious being, guys. You're experiencing the world from a first-person perspective, and that means that you have a conscious being, and that absolutely means that your consciousness is real. Your consciousness is 100% real, and that it's not phony. of everything else that you have in this life. That's the one thing you can cling to, that nobody can take that away from you. I get an amen. Now, what's this have to do with money? What you pay attention to is the only currency that's real in this life. What you pay attention to. In other words, what your conscious being is paying attention to is the only currency that's real. The rest of it's completely phony. It's completely phony. The only thing that's real in this life is free will. That's it. Nothing else is. Other people are real in the extent that they're conscious beings, and your problems are real and all that. And we can talk about, well, I got this real problem and everything. But the only thing that you could say 100% that nobody can argue with you on, because you can't win an argument against direct experience. That means if you have a religious experience personally, somebody can't argue their way out of it. That somebody can't convince you otherwise, because you had that experience personally. Typically speaking, older people are fixated on their problems more than younger people, because younger people don't see their life as a problem. We gotta go to work. We gotta pay our bills. We can dig up debt. Like, come on, man. The only limitation that you have in this life is that you can only pay attention to so many things at a time. You can't watch Rant Jams live and pay attention 100% and play Fortnite and watch a movie at the same time. Because if you do that, what happens is that you're splitting your conscious being into 3 different places, and basically you're not paying attention to any of it. You're basically just like, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. And if you do spend 10 hours a day playing Fortnite, you're paying attention to Fortnite, and what that's actually doing is you're basically telling God or the universe, depending on your religion, that is what you worship. Because what does it mean to worship? What it means to worship is to simply be entranced with something, to be focused on it. In the Bible, when Jesus walked on the water and the disciples followed him in the storm, as long as they kept fixated on Jesus, they didn't sink. Because that story is trying to tell you something about money and about your conscious being. That what it is that you focus on means everything. It means everything. So if you focus on Fortnite, or you focus on your problems, or you frame everything as a problem, if you say no drama, that's the same as casting a vote for drama. Because you're constantly fixated on drama, and you're going to bring more drama in your life.